Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're grabbing a trending online boutique. It's called Sierralla Clothing, and using it as a live case study.
Exactly.
Our mission is pretty critical here. We want to go beyond the gorgeous visuals and build a sort of verifiable checklist.
One that separates a high-risk shop from a genuinely legitimate business.
And it's a compelling place to start because, honestly, the website is beautiful. You can't deny that first impression.
Oh, it's beautifully designed, absolutely. Sierralla has this incredibly polished, cozy, boho-inspired vibe.
Yeah, the earthy tones, the patchwork stuff.
Right. Everything looks very high quality, almost handmade. The branding feels, meticulously crafted.
They clearly poured their budget into the aesthetic.
Mm.
But as we all know, a good presentation doesn't automatically equal a trustworthy business. So we started digging for substance, and the first major red flag was just a total lack of transparency.
Right. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, trust is really built on verifiable details. And this is where the site just immediately fell short.
So what was missing?
Well, they claim to sell these unique items, but there is zero detailed company information. I mean, what materials are they using? Who is actually making the clothes? And crucially, where are these pieces even being shipped from?
But wait a minute, if they're a small, maybe an independent home-based boutique,
Yeah.
isn't it possible they just don't want to publish their personal address? Why is a physical address such a non-negotiable red flag?
That's a totally fair question, but for legal and compliance reasons, and really for your protection as the listener, a verifiable business location is absolutely necessary for a real company.
In case something goes wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When that address is missing, it makes it pretty much impossible to confirm their legitimacy and very difficult to pursue any kind of recourse.
Okay, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Now, this next part is where the whole boutique facade really started to crack for us. We started looking into the actual product photos themselves, and we found a really strong indication that some of the exact same product images Sierralla is using are also appearing on multiple massive overseas wholesale and dropshipping websites.
And this finding is the classic hallmark of a high-risk site.
So if these photos are just recycled from wholesalers, are we basically paying a boutique markup, say $80 for a dress, for someone to just click forward on a $20 factory order and pocket the difference?
Precisely. You're paying for the curation and, frankly, the weight off in weeks of delayed shipping.
But not the quality.
But you are not getting the boutique-level quality that the images imply. You're essentially paying a high premium for a generic, probably low-quality product.
And that leads right into our final red flag, what we're calling the social proof gap.
Right.
I mean, if a brand is this visually professional and looks so established, where are all the customers talking about it?
We looked all over the internet, Reddit, Trustpilot, social media, independent blogs, and we found very, very little activity for Sierralla anywhere outside its own storefront.
So it's an echo chamber.
It is. This absence of independent external customer reviews is so critical when you're trying to evaluate a brand's reliability.
The louder the marketing, the quieter the verifiable social media footprint. That is a serious contradiction that should stop any shopper cold. So what does this all mean?
Well, when you put all these pieces together,
The lack of transparency, their recycled dropshipping photos, and then this absence of any independent reviews? This site carries just textbook red flags.
and this deep dive really gives you a personalized checklist. If the brand's footprint stops exactly at their own website, that's your first sign to just, exit the tab.
And always check for that physical address.
Always. And do a reverse image search on those unique product photos. It takes 2 seconds.
So here's a final thought for you to take away. If a company spends enormous resources on visual polish and beautiful marketing, but dedicates zero resources to verifiable transparency, what is the true cost of that business model to you, the consumer? That's something to explore on your own. We'll see you next time.